Hey there, good afternoon, I would say, for yesterday. We missed a couple of conversations that I wanted to have yesterday with you all. But day four went by. Let's just recap day four, I guess. Day four was more about understanding familial relationships and how different dynamics do affect you. There's a lot in the world which can affect you pretty negatively, so you have to be very prudent and careful that they don't get to a point where you feel very stressed out, very worse off from what you were. So that's how the way went probably yesterday. There's not a lot that I can talk to you about before. I teach kids debating, so that was one interesting part of the day. But there's not really a lot that I can mention. Yesterday was a very slow day. There was a lot of work around video editing and other work that I usually do. So that took up a lot of time, and therefore I couldn't really record in time before I went off to sleep. Um, but yeah, whenever you are faced with very trying times when people don't understand you, especially this is this concept in Indian families that their children are somewhat not that well mature, or maybe they're not that smart enough or capable enough to do or take decisions on their own. So that's a very vocal point of conflict which arises in a lot of families, and I think that needs to be somewhat addressed in a manner which should be not haphazard, very calm, very polite. But a lot of families make these conversations. There's a lot of problems in Indian households which are generationally gone down from people to people, and then it's not really something that has been easy to solve, and it's not something which will be solved over a very short period of time, anyways. But even when you're faced with a lot of flux inside or outside your home, you have a lot of things to take care of yourself. You have a lot of capabilities to become better and become adept at taking care of how things affect you negatively or positively. So that becomes something very important for you to consider. So I think the only thing that you can possibly do at that time is ensure that what you're doing is to the best outcome for you, and what you believe in is also something that you are following through wherever you are or whatever you're doing, and that is something that you also be very cognizant about, that these are my needs, these are my wants, these are my desires, and that's something that you keep working towards and keep looking towards, that yes, this is what I want to do, this is what I will be doing, this is what I am essentially required to be in sync with, and therefore you need to sort of like prioritize yourself at all points of time. It's not like you don't need to consider other people's feelings, emotions, or your connections with them, but it's also very impervious for you to not think about yourself in that sense, because you can't maintain good relationships with people or good connections with people if you're not really all there, or if you're not really conversationally present, or you're not really happy about the dynamic that is there with that particular person, and that becomes an important consideration between different people as well. So I think those kind of bonds and those kind of desires are something that fundamentally does become very important for you to hold still. But the past 3 days, the response has been amazing. A lot of people have tuned in. Most friends and families members have been kind enough to keep watching these videos, and I'm very grateful for all of you who have tuned in. Stay updated with all the things happening. We'll keep posting from time to time, especially around, say, video updates, but also I'm planning to start out and branch out on certain other things, and I hope those things resonate with you too. Around my work in debating, around my work in public speaking and management and relation, but also around my other work in law and research and other factors. So thank you for tuning in. This is going to be a very short video. We'll see you again today, which is 14th. I will give you a recap at the end of the day how the day went. It's also going to be another very busy day because I have a competition to take care of. Awaz National School Debating Championship. It's an organization that I work with. Um, and hopefully it goes nicely, because school debate cups are often very hard to navigate, because you have to explain a lot of things to children, and it's also very easy for you to lose your way in your explanations, and also the way that you're handling different points and focal points. So it becomes very important that you reduce the anxiety of the person in front of you, because sometimes they become emotional and become tormented in the way that they're approaching things. But yeah, see you again. Take care. Have a good day. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in.